Welcome back to the channel. If you saw the short already, you know the starter works, it cranks. We got some of the electric done on the car last week, and last night I was out here late trying to button up some stuff to try to get this thing to fire today. Had to go through the valves, check the timing and the distributor, make sure it was set right, go through the plug wires and make sure they were all where they needed to be, and I went ahead and tested the carburetor, turned the fuel pump on. We flushed the lines out, blew if there was any trash in there. I blew them out when I made them, but with air. But just turned the pump on, cycle a little bit of fuel through the system, and just maybe push any trash that didn't get blown out the line out here. And we had a small leak back in the back fitting that I didn't tighten all the way on the pressure side of the pump, and so we snugged that up, and so we're gonna give this thing a go and see if it'll fire off. This will be the first time. We're gonna see if it'll run. So I'll go back and turn the power on and hop in the driver's seat and see what we got. I don't have an accelerator cable yet, so it might be a little tricky, but we'll see what we can do. I might start it from the passenger side so I can get over here quick, but we'll see what we got. Oh yeah, she wants to run. And it just ran out of gas. But she runs. Man. Holy crap. That little small block's healthy. It is no joke. Can't let it run long because it doesn't have any water in it. So that was probably about it. turn this fan on. Turn this fan on and come back outside the shop. But yeah, that is a nasty small block. The short that I put up of that tunnel ram big block Chrysler, it had some thunder to it, but man, this thing with all that compression, it snaps and pops. You can tell she's wound up tighter than banjo string. So, you know, sometimes you just need a little motivation for projects to try to get you through to the end. And this project, it just happens to be that needed to hear it run, and been waiting for a while to hear this today. It's crazy. This sounds good. This sounds so good. That big roller cam, solid roller cam, near 14-to-1 compression, running on E85 corn power. Having a couple little issues with that ATM carburetor. It showed up yesterday. Today is June 10th in 23, and when you cut the fuel pump on, the floats do not shut the needle and seat off. They continue filling. The bowls continue to fill, and even that only 3 psi of pump pressure at the regulator at the gauge. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. Also, this carburetor is brand new out of the box. I've been waiting for a month to get this thing, and I put it on, didn't do anything to it, just bolted it to the car, hooked the fuel lines up, or I put the AN fittings on the bowls, the inlet for my Dash 8 lines. But so I hooked the lines up, bolted the thing down, and we cleaned the lines out, you know, let the pump run until it started to, you know, it was filling the bowls until the pressure started to come up, and it just ran away, filled the motor full of fuel. It wouldn't even crank. It was hydraulic, so I'd pull the plugs out and crank the motor over. Of course, it shot fuel, you know, all the way over onto the workbench. When I cranked it over to clean that fuel out, lucky that we didn't hurt it being hydraulic trying to crank it, just to check the starter and stuff to make sure everything was still working. You know, I like to do that as the project goes. If you do something, you check to make sure the things that you already did work, continue to work, and you don't have to go very far back. If you have an issue, you don't have to go very far back in what you did to figure out what it is, what the problem is. And so I adjusted the floats way down, probably 2 turns, and it still continues to, if you turn the pump on, it'll fill the bowls and it will continue filling, even though, you know, the floats are lower now, just continues to fill until it overfills. And so I'm not sure if the 64 I had a return style regulator on it, and this is not a return style regulator. So if you want to leave a comment in the comment section of whether you think that's the issue or not, it's not a return style regulator, and it's just the needles and seats aren't enough to stop the bowls from filling. Leave a comment in the comment section. And so it looks like the rear accelerator pump is also weeping fuel. I checked the screws and they were all snug, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Like I said, this ATM carburetor is right out of the box. So, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about them, or, you know, I know things happen, but I don't know if it's possible that they even tested this carburetor, because if they did and they put fuel to it, even with no pressure in the system and just fuel hanging out in the bowls, it's still weeps out of the accelerator pump diaphragm area, which when you spend that kind of money on a carburetor, you definitely aren't paying for it to leak all over your intake manifold. So I might have to put a call in to ATM and see what they say about it. Like I said, I've been waiting for this carburetor for a month, and you know, I follow the old man's garage, and he has nothing but good things to say about these carburetors, ATM's carburetors. And I thought, you know, I'll buy one. Clearly they work. His cars run good. All their cars run good over there. And so clearly the carburetors work. And I don't know what the deal is with this one. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. But super exciting that it runs. It's been a long time coming. I've had this car for 8 months now, and obviously if you've seen the other videos, you can see the changes that the car's been through. And we're getting closer and closer to putting this thing out on the street for the first time, and putting it on the two-step. I'm going to shut this fan off. Yeah, so we're ever so close to getting this thing, putting it on the brake. The Vickers Battle Axe 727s in the car, and you can't see it, but it's in there. And he stayed true to his word as far as the timeline was concerned, and all of that. So shout out to Dion Vickers up at Vickers Performance Transmission in Alliance, Ohio. Can't wait to get some of the wiring done, some of the other wiring done, as far as like the trans brake button and things like that, so we can put it on the two-step and check the trans brake, make sure everything functions correct and all that stuff. But it's a monumental day for sure. Been waiting a long time. and it just seemed like it wasn't gonna happen. The car was supposed to be at a show Memorial Day weekend, and obviously that didn't happen. We didn't make it because we were still waiting on parts, and so here we are 2 weekends later, and it's finally got some fire in it, and she's spicy. It is one spicy small block. Yeah, we just can't wait to get it on the road and actually drive it. It's going to be crazy. But I want to give a big shout out to my better half. She puts up with a lot of my shit trying to do this, and hours out here in the shop, and not doing other things. She's super supportive in everything that I do, and I couldn't do this without her support, and picking up the slack and coming out to be my fourth pair of hands, my second pair of hands when I need it, and she's been nothing but supportive this whole time. So she's uber excited because it's got some life in it now. She's been waiting to, and didn't think it was going to happen, or it just didn't seem like it was going to happen. But today's the day. Yeah, I can't wait to get it finished up to the point where it can drive. It can run down the road on its own, under its own power, and do all those things that small tire street cars do. Let's see if she'll do a wheelie on the street, and that'll be a wild video, but that's the goal anyway. So we're going to try it one more time. Turn the fuel pump on. I don't know if you can see that, but it just fills the bowls of the carburetor so much, and it starts gushing out the vent tubes. It's pissing out the venturis, and you see the regulator set up. It's just single in, dual out. There's no return, and maybe that's the problem. I probably should have gotten a return style regulator. So may have to do that, very soon, just so it'll sit and idle and all those good things that race cars are supposed to do too. I don't know. We'll see. He's trying. Just not happy about all that fuel being dumped in there. That 7AL2 is trying. Alright, that's enough of that. Anyway, we'll let it sit there and evaporate some of that corn fuel out of it, and figure this situation out hopefully here in the next couple days. But I'd like to thank all the new subscribers, all the old subscribers that are watching the videos. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and come back again. Should have another video up pretty quick. Well, probably next week, when I get back from a trip out west. We'll have another video. So thanks for watching, and we will catch you all on the next one. Bye.